Yeah. Feist. Good luck today, Melon Farmer.
Ooh, hey, what's going on, y'all? Y'all are ready for my stream faster than me. You making fun of me? Wife is already making fun of me. I just started and she's already mocking me. He tries to do my streamer voice. What's up, honey? I'm home. And Barack, welcome in. Welcome in. Hi. Hope you guys are doing well. I don't have any plans for today. Just gonna do some casual PvE. If anyone wants to join. Made myself a little milkshake before this. Very tasty. Ofofutos. Welcome in, sir. The problem is I'm doing this wanted mission for the what are they? Not the White Mantle, the Seraph, right? And I didn't realize I have defend North Kryta province in the same area. It's like it's a Titan quest. Very difficult. Very tough. I think this is a good team build. Thank you for that follow in the one. My video cut today. One of these days, I'm going to come play with you. Ah! Yeah, we need to play together. I can't believe we haven't played together, actually. But time zones pretty much to blame, right? Pretty much always the time zones. That's what prevents me from playing with a lot of people.
GW1.
Oh, did you want to play Guild Wars 2 today, Jaziel? I'm fine with switching. I'm just doing casual stuff because I want to talk about Guild Wars 3, perhaps. What is the skill I'm thinking of? Is it a death magic skill? Ah, Putrid Bile, yeah. I could put Blood Bond, but there's not much point because I don't have a Minion Master. I'll just put another Restoration.
Haha, I don't mind, man. I am on here was gonna do some map clear on my main.
Yeah.
GW1 is Porob's more chill to talk about.
I think I just got about caught up on my engineer on the playthrough you and I were doing. So I could switch over that in a second. I want to do this wanted mission though. Oh, I can do this. This is fine. I want to do these two quests. I can always skip it, or I can always skip over. It's 7:45 a.m. You're down for whatever? Do you want to do this Titan quest with me then? I'm doing a Titan quest and today's wanted. I could also do today's dailies as well.
Yeah, come
Okay,
to. Let me
nice.
switch.
Yeah, you don't need to, but if you're willing to, that'd be cool. Let's do a little bit of this, and then we can switch over to Guild Wars 2 then. It's actually appropriate to do Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 because Guild Wars 3 is topic of the day. I posted a shorts about Guild Wars 3 announcement, and a lot of people have a lot of strong opinions already. I did not expect it. I mean, I kind of expected because the people who a lot of the people who follow me are obviously Guild Wars 1 fans more than Guild Wars 2 fans. But a lot of people not really that interested in Guild Wars 3, or a lot of people have a lot of
Didn't
bitterness.
give me a plus or opinion yet.
Yeah, that's a good point. Which I think is some people's gripes. It's like, why did they even release any information if that's all they're gonna give us? But they gotta release something. Hey, there's Jaziel. Hey, there he is. Look at him. Look at
It
him.
looks beautiful.
It looks beautiful.
Just
Yeah,
kidding.
I got you. It does look beautiful. But does it look like Guild Wars? Does it still look like Guild Wars? It's hard to say because so far there's a lot of exotic looking stuff.
It was never going to. It's in UE.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like if you tried, you could make a game that's in pixel art look like Guild Wars. So I don't know if that's a good. I mean, it's not necessarily wrong, but I think you can capture Guild Wars aesthetics without using the same engine. Because I mean, Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 look very different, but you can still I think there's enough overlap where you would say both look like Guild Wars. I heard they are releasing news for Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 today. Not sure if it's true. The first words out of my mouth was,
Not sure. UE is very realistic.
yeah, a lot of people have gripes about UE being realistic. They, like with Fable, the new Fable that came out or is coming out is in UE, and a lot of people say that they completely lose all the artistic integrity by going with, oh, there's Kakashi. Kakashi, are you joining us?
Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, Uncanny Valley. Where it's like, it looks so real, but not real. Hey, hey. Doing the Wanted. And I have Titan Quest here.
Anything that looks too realistic, people get scared of. Proper survival instinct.
Yep. I wouldn't say I get any Uncanny Valley. Like I wouldn't say I get.
Something must have happened in our past to trigger that.
Ooh, you're getting sci-fi on us, Jaziel. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean that's a trope in a lot of storytelling, isn't it? Like imposters, people that look human or people that look like us that are not us. Like that's a very common trope, especially in comic books.
Yeah, skinwalkers.
Skinwalkers. Oh, you haven't done War in Kryta? Oh, it's ArenaNet franchise news. I thought it was in the let me bring it up. Let me bring that up real quick. Hey, what's up, Jinx? Honey, I'm home says, when I seen the mount that came out, your first words out of your mouth was, "This is WoW." WoW as in World of Warcraft, or WoW as in WoW?
Thought it was mainly GW2 news today.
That's exactly what I was about to pull up. I was about to pull that up, Jaziel. So in the Steam, in this news, it says, "What's next for Guild Wars 2? Tomorrow, June 6th, we're releasing a studio update video, and you hear directly from Colin Johansson, game director Josh Davis, and Guild Wars 2 game Reforged or Guild Wars Reforged game director Stephen Clark Wilson. So as they discuss the future of Guild Wars franchise." Oh, I totally skipped over this part. So there's going to be news for Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars Reforged. Oh, that's interesting. I missed that part. Awesome. Right on you, Spare. You got it.
It's a nature's spirit of awe. So is the floating guy. It's very much just a trope to mean we can develop our mounts.
Oh, okay. World of Warcraft. I gotcha. ANET is about to kill the Guild Wars 2. Yeah, you think we're going to have a lot more customization over our mounts? That's kind of cool, actually. You have that a little bit in Guild Wars 2, because there's lots of like fashion wars tied with mounts. Nord Peak. I have over 24,900 hours in Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 clocked in across all my characters. If you spend so much of your life in Tyria, there are reasons to get super hyped. This studio has been leading innovator in the space, first starting with 2005 Guild Wars 1, which already in its release year became an iconic game. Next, via all the amazing innovations in the current Guild Wars 2 era. This is why I trust their vision for Guild Wars 3. Ready to jump on the hype train. Yeah, I think it's gonna be enjoyable. I'm definitely gonna try it. I'm not gonna be like, oh, let's see if it's popular or not. Like, I'm gonna try it and see for myself how good it is, and make my opinion. But
I honestly think it's going to be a spirituality vs faith system. We work with the nature spirits to combat the guilds linked with the new gods.
Ooh, yeah, there's definitely gonna be a lot of spirits in Ore. That was a big part in the description. I'm a little disappointed that it said we are in the Veil Wardens guild already. I thought there would be like some factions choices to make, like different guilds. Hey, thank you for that follow, Lee Tompkins. I don't know why my Twitch notifications aren't coming up on the screen. Does anyone know why that would be the case? Alerts? I don't know why they're not coming on the screen. Maybe I turned them off. Maybe I think I turned them back on. Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna try it. They earned my trust as far as, yeah, I'm gonna jump right in, get into that beta testing. Absolutely. Hopefully I qualify.
The stream starts in 4 hours or so.
Oh, that'll be like right when I'm finishing up my stream. So you guys can go straight from my stream over to that stream. It's perfect timing. I'm not sure where we have to go for this quest. We gotta kill Insatiable Vicar, and then we have to... Oh, did I talk to this guy? Hold on. Oh, okay. Then I gotta seek out Captain Greywind. No, we'll be fine. You're a Dervish healer, aren't you? You're healing, right, Jaziel? I assumed. Since you're Dervish, I assumed you're gonna be healing. Alright. I'm just kidding. Should I boot Raza then? Raza is going Panic, and Gwen's going Ineptitude. Actually, there's going to be a lot of casters here. I'm going to go heavy DPS in the form of illusionary weaponry, so... I saw Guilders 3 is going to be on PS5. Yeah, you're right about that, Zero. I think that's a very interesting point that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about. I think that gives a lot of clues for... I think that gives a lot of clues for what the gameplay will be like, because obviously it's going to be designed with controller in mind. And then obviously mouse and keyboard will be able to be used with either. Okay. Let's not talk about Guild Wars 3. Why not, Braxton? Why? Why would we not talk about Guild Wars 3? It's such big news for Guild. That's hilarious. That's so funny. It's like the biggest news to happen in Guild Wars in 20 years. Guild Wars 3. I mean, I'll try it, but most likely gameplay will be far more similar to Guild Wars 2 or even more action-focused than fast-paced.
Changed to work on controller, which is fine, or focused on controller, changed for mouse and keyboard.
It's... Well, if they're gonna advertise from the beginning that it's going to be for PS5 and controller, then... Whoa! Hey, thanks for that sub. What's that name? That Snog? Snog! Wow! Thank you, Snog Rat. Sorry for the noise. I figured out my Twitch alerts were off, so now they're working. Thanks for testing that for us, Rat. But yeah, Jaziel, I think the fact that they announced already that it's going to be from the beginning designed with PS5 in mind.
On PC/PS5. It was developed for mouse and keyboard first, then over to controller.
Yeah, that's possible. That is possible. I think probably a good benchmark would be Final Fantasy. What's the MMO Final Fantasy? Final Fantasy 14 or 15? What's the which one is that? 14, right? That one was on PS. That was on PlayStation from the beginning. 14, yeah.
14.
That one was it. That one was for PlayStation from the beginning and PC from the beginning. So, and I think it has a strong player base in both platforms. Anyone who plays 14, would you say that that Final Fantasy 14 is more designed around mouse and keyboard or controller, or do you think it plays equally well on either platform? Guild Wars 3 is going to be a bad Souls-like slop, 100%. I do think Braxton. I would be very surprised it's Souls-like.
On console, so wouldn't know.
I would be very surprised if it's Souls-like, but I think the controls are going to be similar to a over-the-shoulder, third-person action adventure, kind of like Elden Ring. But I don't think the gameplay is going to be similar to Souls-like. Probably just the camera and the controls will be similar. But yeah, that's my biggest concern is okay, is this a console game that PC players are going to be able to play? Or is it... I don't think we need to fight these guys, but we can do it anyway. Let me turn on my DPS. Can't let Jaziel get all the damage. Giving him a head start, though, that's for sure. You never played PlayStation on console? I think I played free to play. I think I played a little bit of Final Fantasy 14 on Steam controller, and I think it worked okay. They mentioned that there's going to be skill collecting building that the Guild Wars series is known for. Maybe they're doing something similar to Guild Wars 1. Really? I didn't watch any interviews. I only watched the trailer. I wasn't aware they added any information beyond that. Yeah, like skill capturing and stuff. That sounds more like Guild Wars 1, right? I actually think it might be. Their plan is to revolutionize MMOs, changing the combat to be Souls-like will do that, especially since Souls games are so popular. And for good reason. Problem is, that's not what I play an MMO for. That's a single-player game for me. Yeah,
not capturing, it's hard to know.
Skill collection. So, skill collection through quests, probably. I don't see how Souls-like can work for an MMO. I don't think we have to kill all these titans. We just need to talk to Greywind, Captain Greywind. I'll see if I can find the quote. Oh yeah, please do, Mr. Sheepman. They mentioned on their website that they are developing this with both console and mouse and keyboard in mind. Yeah, the problem with that statement is it's easy to say that because mouse and keyboard is going to be playable no matter what. But making it playable on controller will require specific optimization, and that doesn't necessarily mean it will be enjoyable on mouse and keyboard. Cause like a Souls like Elden Ring, I know that some people play Elden Ring on mouse and keyboard, but that's very much a controller game. Sent thumbs up for Tendrils. Thank you, Dice. Why is my YouTube notifications not coming up on the screen? I fixed my Twitch notification. So weird. Thank you so much, Dice. I'm thinking about you, buddy. You have 11 more days till your big day, right? Oh, whoops. I forgot to drink alcohol first. It also kind of isn't any news yet. Yeah. There's so much we don't know about it, Barack. You're right. Through the deep character customization and skill building gameplay the Guild Wars franchise is known for. Yeah. That's a little bit vague. But 9 more days. I thought it was the 15th. Oh. It is 9 more days is the 9th. Is the 15th. My bad. I wasn't mathing correctly. Which is not
Which is 9 long.
Yeah, I forgot to carry the 1. You know. Skill building gameplay in Guild Wars 2. I mean, technically, Guild Wars 2 does have skill customization and skill building. You just can only choose 4 skills. But it's there. You know? Definitely part of it. Not as much as Guild Wars 1, that's for sure. Oh, this is a boss you're fighting. But making the gameplay more like Guild Wars 1 seems out of the question. I agree. Guild Wars 1 fans wanted to be more like Guild Wars 1, but I think that would be suicide. I don't think people want that. Why am I only doing 20 damage to these spirits? They got some like damage reduction on the spirits.
I want to develop it.
Hope they at least bring back dual classes.
GW1 or GW2 something more and new.
Hick wrote to you, Dice Dizzle? What does that mean? About your situation? That was such a unique and awesome feature in Guild Wars. Yeah, I know. Jaziel, you want something totally new. Be careful what you wish for, Jaziel. It might be so new that you don't like the genre that they go with. Oh, yeah, good question. Thank you for those jewels, buddy. Dude, Cyclone Axe with illusionary weaponry is kind of nice. Yeah, that's the positive side, Jinx, is they are gonna keep making content for Guild Wars 1. There's some Lions Arch, or what are they called? Lions. This quest is called Defend Northern Kryta, I think. Oh, North Kryta Province. Defend North Kryta Province. Yeah, there's some Lions sentries here. I'm curious about what they sent you, Dice. This IW build is pretty crazy. Gives me 780 max health because of Signet of Strength. And Signet of Strength stays on indefinitely as long as I don't hit with a basic attack. And it never triggers because of illusionary weaponry. That's what you call build synergy. Y'all have a good day. Long live Guild Wars 1. Let's go, honey, I'm mom. I've just realized that I've never once tried the Titan Quest. Well, there's not much motivation to do it, Rat, because the rewards are not anything special. It's just experience. These Titans are so cool. They're like Melendrew's Titans. Sorry, Sheepman. 60% of my curiosity of this game is the lore. Considering this is before the Exodus, maybe have a story revolving around that, replacing Doom with Grinth. Well, so far, Jaziel has been like spot on with the story choices that they proposed. There's a big theory about the current Guild Wars 2 storyline with the Inquest going back to alter the time. I think they're gonna pull something like the Star Trek reboot franchise reboot, where they change the past in a way where they can make just like a reset. They can clear a lot of history. They can change a lot of history that happened. So it'll be both familiar and new. Familiar for veterans and also new for everyone.
Isn't created yet. We'll be interested to see if we see Dwayne finding her human husband and see Abaddon's exile.
Whoa, see, those are clues about the lore that I'm just not familiar with. I need to read up on it. I need to read the books. Yeah, I could easily see the VOE story leading to a soft reboot. Yeah. It's a classic. That's a classic move. Oh, you found Captain Greywind. Nice. It's a classic move, and it was very successful for the short time that the Star Trek reboot lasted. It's kind of like what Final Fantasy Remake is doing too, right? Final Fantasy Remake did a
That's
soft
my opinion on
reboot.
it.
That's your opinion on it too? Yeah. Hey, it's smart. Maintain nostalgia while also bringing in new aspects. Oh. Hey, but it's sure is fun to talk about. And it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be successful no matter what. The only way it'll be super unsuccessful is if it's free to play and it has a bunch of like gotcha loot crate, loot box stuff. like I don't know. If they totally change it and make it into some like, I don't know, some mobile game basically, like that would just be a punch in the stomach. The FF7 remakes, yeah, I hate them. I feel like they decided how best to ruin my childhood and was like, let's do that. Really? Everything I've seen, it looks so cool. Like the graphics, the cutscenes. That's interesting. I'm sure you're not alone in that idea, but yeah.
The mix are amazing. It makes so much sense too.
I thought so too, Jazeel, and I loved FF7.
Things changing history is actual FF law.
The original FF7, I played the crap out of it. FF6, I played the crap out of it. FF2, or I guess Final Fantasy 4. It was Final Fantasy 2 on Super Nintendo when I played it. That was awesome. Like, I love those. And then from what I've seen of Final Fantasy 7, I think they did a good job.
It's meant to be different, which I like.
Yeah, they did a little bit of changing.
FFX is still the best, though.
I think story-wise, FF7 is, but I agree, Jazeel. Final Fantasy X is the most enjoyable game to play. The most enjoyable Final Fantasy to play over and over again. And the music, Final Fantasy X music is just, wow. Since the game takes place 1,000 years before Guild Wars 2, I don't see how it could have all the fancy tech Guild Wars 2 came with. I'm hoping it'll be more medieval like Guild Wars 1, but I can't picture ANET going back to that. That's one thing I'm curious how they're gonna do Odd Therapy, because it looks like they're gonna have a lot more features. It's in the past, but there's gonna be a lot more technology and like magic in the Guild Wars 3 than in Guild Wars 1. Oh, Mentani Arobo, the boss here. So that's gonna be weird. It's gonna feel really weird that it's a prequel. That's the features are gonna be even more advanced than Guild Wars 1. But I think it's an easy workaround because there was more magic, I think, in the world at that time. So there is gonna be a lot of like woo-woo and magical spirits that should be giving a lot of extra power to players. What's this Magma's arm? Is that a focus? Where'd it go? Oh, I thought I picked it up. I guess not. Weird. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's a hammer.
It does mean by Slivari, Revs, Inchies, Guns, and Guardians, though.
Yep. Absolutely. No more Inji, no more guns. It'll probably have like all new classes, I would think. Except for Warrior. Warrior will be in it. Ranger and Warrior.
See, it's very much like FFCI, which
Oh, let me get in on this Jinx and Jazeel debate over here. Plenty of stuff that can be lost, Orion stuff that disappears before Guild Wars. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff to write in. Ooh, that was some good damage there. What is Jinx? Which is what I and a lot of other longtime older fans of 7 hate about it. That's not the game that I have wanted for 20 years. That's true, Jinx, but that's what the remaster is for. I wanted to update modern graphics, voice acting, maybe a couple other side quests, super bosses. That's it. So you wanted a remaster. You didn't want a remake. I think I felt kind of that way, Jinx. But at the same time, from their perspective, veterans coming into it will know exactly the storyline already. So they wanted to make a game where even veterans can be surprised about the story again, like it's their first playthrough.
You're not wrong, but the meta-type turn-based was a nice change.
And new players can also enjoy it as their first playthrough, which I think is a good idea. And yeah, turn-based is kind of it's too old school, even though it's appreciated by a lot of old school gamers like myself. It's not. I think modern, like new gamers, they aren't used to that kind of turn-based gameplay. Well, they should be. Yeah, I agree. It's a classic storytelling and way of pacing out the game, but for Final Fantasy, I can see preferring turn-based, but I can't see newer audiences preferring turn-based over not. Whoops. I wasn't paying attention. Got overrun a little bit, guys. And to be fair, I've never played a non-turn-based Final Fantasy, so that kind of says how I feel about them too, without realizing it. I never played any Final Fantasy that was not turn-based. No one cares if we already knew the story. A lot of vets still go back and play the original today, even having played it 20 times already. I think I have scrolls. There we go. If it takes place before the Exodus, then humanity didn't have magic as we know it. We know they had ritualistic magic, but I think that's all until Bloodstone shenanigans around 1 BE. FF16 was a good game, but it was one of the coolest. But it was one of the coolest game I ever played. You know what I mean? I don't know much about FF16. We finished the Titan quest, but we still need to find Insatiable Vicar.
After Exodus in GW3, GW1 is 1072 and it's 1000 prior.
Nice. Really? It says that he is... It says that he's in North Kryta province. According to the wanted quest, he's here. North Kryta province. Oh, okay, I see. We can resign then, I guess.
I think we are going to be dealing with the fallout of the Exodus, and then magic humans now have.
Sweet. So they'll probably be too powerful now with magic. We are not post-Exodus in Guild Wars 3. In the trailer, we have Tapestry, and it shows Doom in Abaddon. So you guys are looking at different information, it looks like. But I read that it's with what Jazeel said, I heard that we are 1,000 years prior to Guild Wars 1. That number is very specific, I thought. But maybe it's rounded. It's rounded to 1,000, so maybe it's 1,000, 1,072 years. Or 1,073 years.
Yes, the Exodus is when the gods left Tyria, just after Abaddon gave us magic, which would make sense why on tapestries we have them.
It's going to be when Abaddon gave us magic. Well, Abaddon is to blame for all the guild wars. He's kind of a good guy then, because if it weren't for Abaddon, we wouldn't even have these games.
His time, he was a god to us. We didn't know Abaddon was exiled.
At this time, he was a god. When did we know Abaddon was exiled? Was that Guild Wars? Was that before Guild Wars 1? Because even in Prophecies, there was no Abaddon statue, I thought.
Came with time, I think.
Oh, I already aggroed these guys, my bad. That will likely be the catalyst of the story. Abaddon gave magic to humans, corrupting the big bad of the game, and the story is us trying to take him down.
100%
Man,
Jinx.
maybe you guys might be nailing the story here. 1,000 mathematically is like 1,000 plus or minus 500 though, so it could be 1,100 easily. Expansions for the Guild War and Abaddon Exile. Yeah, it's probably like 1,000 years prior is probably not like exactly 1,000 years. Although isn't the difference between Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 exactly 500 years? What's the age difference between 1 and 2? I just saw Guild Wars 3 announcement. Hopefully it takes back more Guild Wars 1 style.
See characters using magic either tapestry.
It's only 250 years. Oh, okay. I don't know where I got 500 in my head. Yeah, Polywog, we'll see. Until Cormier did Cormier things. Yeah. That's when we knew Abaddon. Because oh no, sorry. We also see Doom instead of Grinth, who we know was succeeded by Grinth long before the Exodus. Because the gods wiped as much knowledge of Abaddon from the mortal races as they could until Cormier did what Cormier thinks. Gotcha. So they want. Oh, it's almost a perfect char mod. Dang.
I have missed so many of your streams, my bro.
Ray. I keep checking you. How you doing, Ray? You've been missing for a while. I hope everything's okay. I'm doing fine. What? 11 months subscription from Ray. Oh my goodness. Ray is my Valheim buddy. We play. Looking forward to 1.0 coming out. Jinx says at least Cormier won't be in the game. I didn't realize everyone hated Cormier. But yeah, Polywog, I don't know about Guild Wars 3 being like Guild Wars 1. I'm not sure how new players see Guild Wars 1, honestly. That's something I've been very curious about. Since Guild Wars Reforged launched, what are the numbers of new players that are being retained?
Which is meant to be like old Yamato.
Yeah, she was super useless. You're absolutely right about that, Odd Therapy. She's useless, does nothing, and takes the credit and gets the reward for us beating Abaddon. And then she becomes a god. The description of the game on the Guild Wars 3 website seems to indicate we'll be mostly playing in the Kingdom of Or. I wonder how big they can actually make it, especially considering the size of Or in Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2. I mean, they can always just scale it up. They can just make it seem bigger than it is. Oh, we found them. Cause like the area
wouldn't know about Enteral God conflicts and changes either.
Because some of the areas in Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 1, even though they share the same name, they feel bigger or smaller based on the scale. Like the dinosaur fossils that are 12 million in 6 years, 3 months, and 5 days, according to the guy who's worked at the museum for 6 years and a bit. Also, all of Tyria presumably still exists or already exists. Yeah, maybe it takes place in Or primarily, but it doesn't mean we might still be able to go to other places like
Which is why when it is bought back Europe, it sank LA.
Like Crystal Desert and stuff. Oh right, Or is like, as we know it, Or is all under the ocean, right? Just it's like Atlantis. So they could make it. They can make it absolutely massive. We finished the Wanted, by the way. GG's, guys. Thank you for that follow, Nuki.
Satan rose all, but only part of it.
Yeah. That's why it looks all barnacled. It's all covered in barnacles. Let's go to Lion's Arch. Oh, all right. Catch you later. Thanks for helping. Oh, he's
I think
offline.
It's going to be like Dragon Age style. Massive areas, but internal cities and stuff which make it bigger.
Yeah, Dragon Age... Like... Dragon Age is such an interesting game. Because they did not give an F about maintaining gameplay style between the games. I remember when Dragon Age Origins came out, everyone loved the game. It was like Baldur's Gate 1, like, what do you call it? It's like a tribute to Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. It felt like Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 again. And then Dragon Age 2 came out, and it was totally different. The gameplay was more action-y. It felt very different, and
I hated that. DA:0 is superior.
yeah, a lot of people hated it. And then they're like, yeah, well, you hated this? Well, guess what? We're going to change the gameplay again for Dragon Age 3 and again in Dragon Age 4. And so it's like, they just don't care. They're just like, we're going to make a different game every time. I think ArenaNet is going to do the same exact thing. With from Dragon Age Origins, it got worse each and every game. I know. Why? Why did they do that, man? Dragon Age Origins was so good. It's like, yeah, people don't want another Dragon Age Origins. It's like, It needs to be studied.
Defew and Abaddon loyalists as guilds too.
You got your new follower has to wait 5 hours to speak? 5 hours? No, that's not intentional. I thought it was like 5 minutes. That's insane. How do I change that? Five hours. Let's do 6 minutes. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Thank you, Ray. That's probably why I haven't had followers on Kick for a while. That's funny. Where's video? Okay. And then how do I turn in this quest? Defend, return to Vision of Glint. Okay. I still need to check them. Probably exactly why. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Ray. Thanks for looking out. Veil Guardians are going to be for the love of the old natural spirits, then God Loyalists, then splinter groups of the evil gods. Crystal Desert doesn't exist. Oh, it doesn't. Okay. It was the Crystal Sea. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I had it for the bots, but I don't remember setting it to 5 hours. I thought I just set it to 6 minutes. Don't forget you kneel at Glint to turn this quest in. 20,000 experience and 1,000 gold. What? It's really odd to me why they chose to make the reward for these just a bunch of experience. I think these should give, like, PvE skills or something. That would be sick. Or some skin. Some tokens to turn in for skins. Like Winds of Change rewards. I'm excited to hopefully interact with the gods. Oh, you've already done this, Jaziel? Since they've kind of been in the background, except in Path of Fire. I'm so hyped to see all this. That's a good attitude to have, Benjamin. Alright, what now, Jaziel? Did you do today's dailies? I didn't check today's dailies. Guild Wars 2. We can switch over to Guild Wars 2. Speaking of Guild Wars 3, now that we've seen Guild Wars 1, gone down Guild Wars 1 memory lane, let's look at the difference. Side-by-side difference of Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2. Why so many Guild Wars 1 fans decided to pass on Guild Wars 2, and why Guild Wars 2 fans don't really want to play Guild Wars 1 these days. I'm trying to justify segueing into a different game here. 1 second. I think I can just launch it. Jaziel has been getting me into enjoying. Let's see why so many Guild Wars 1 fans were wrong to hate Guild Wars 2. Oh, let me 1 second, yo. I gotta turn off the music for Guild Wars 2, otherwise I'll get demonetized. They need to fix that. I think that's ridiculous. You can't stream Guild Wars 2 music. Whoops. What's going on here? Why is this up? Gosh. How? Why is this showing? What is this screen? What is going on? This is on.
Act with wisdom. Responsibility.
My screen is weird. It's like showing my desktop. Or it's showing my Steam. There we go. Golly.
Our deeds are reflected in the dream.
Okay. Sheesh. Technical difficulties. What are you talking about, Sheep Man? Or odd therapy, okay. Oh wait, does that mean we're getting dwarves back in the game since they're not dead yet? Yeah, I think dwarves will be in the game, and Kodan are going to be in the game, I think. I'm excited to hopefully interact with the gods since they've been kind of... You're right. A lot of Guild Wars 1 players I've come across have an almost comedic hate for Guild Wars. I know. I know. I put in tons of hours into Guild Wars 2. I just don't like it as much as Guild Wars 1. That's it. I think Guild Wars 1 is a better game. But that doesn't mean Guild Wars 2 is a terrible game. I just think people feel a bit abandoned by Guild Wars, by the devs, because of Guild Wars 2. Which is so confusing. Kodan are meant to be far north. But that was a brown Kodan. Brown Kodans, they were added in Janthier, right? Honestly, I don't really understand Kodans being in the game at all. What's E33 stream? E33 stream or Riot? Expedition 33, right? I've never played that. It's on my list of games. Yeah, that game does look really good. I do need to play it. Did I add you, Jaziel? I don't see you. Guess you're not online. Yeah, but they still came to Lowland via a missing Ark ship from the north after Dromad rose.
Oh, how so?
There you are.
Going so well. I should offer up some prayers of thanks.
Which is why I think something happened to Guild Wars 2 to change the course of history. Ah, so that's a clue. That's one of the clues that they're changing something because it shouldn't have happened yet. They took our pre-order money and gave us a WoW copycat. Really, Pollywog? What was I'm trying to remember. What were the expectations of Guild Wars 2 before it came out? Because when before Guild Wars 2 came out, I remember thinking, okay, they're doing away with the Trinity, Holy Trinity of DPS, heals, tank. Everyone can do everything. Instead of quests, they're doing hearts, renowned hearts, and event, like global events that are happening. I think we knew about those before they started. And I wouldn't go as far to say it was a WoW copycat. I think if you put side by side a lot of the mechanics that Guild Wars 2 came up with, I would say WoW copied a lot of Guild Wars, at least some of Guild Wars 2.
You'll find it. If you pass the shooters, you've gone too far.
They dripped fed us reveals of different classes. That's all I remember. I was hyped for Guardian. We know that the Codan spread across the land, bringing balance to the spirits they encountered. Where they was I supposed to do something, Jaziel? What just happened? Yeah, Jaziel. I think WoW copied Guild Wars 2 in several aspects. What's up, Force from above? We also know Codan have been around. Yeah. I don't know if there were details about the game style. Yeah, I don't think there was a lot of details about the game style, but a lot of the game's features we knew about.
Hero of Shaymore. I thought you might be interested.
In Janthier, they talked about Codan being an ore. Oh, okay.
Your parents.
Reunite us? Where are they? Why haven't they looked for me sooner?
I basically just want
don't
Guild Wars
be
3
like
to be
that.
Guild Wars 1, but with jumping.
We'll find you.
Dude, I said that last stream as a joke.
Explain everything.
I said that as a joke, brilliant streams.
Mists.
People, Guild Wars 1 fans are going to want Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 combined, which means Guild Wars 1 gameplay plus Guild Wars 2 jumping. That's it. That's all they want from Guild Wars 2 is jumping. It's so true. Jaziel might have missed that part of the lore. Hey, that's going to be why we need to play through Janthier together. I want to go through Edge of Dragons, End of Dragons, Janthier, Secrets, and Visions of Eternity. I've played through Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire.
Hold fast here. These filthy dogs run in packs.
Yeah, their choice of cutscenes in this is kind of interesting. I guess it allowed them to put quantity over quality, and it allowed for a lot more voice acting jobs because of it. So I would say voice actors definitely prefer the Guild Wars 2 cutscenes to Guild Wars 1.
Death to the White Mantle.
I haven't played Guild Wars 2 at all since December. I haven't played Guild Wars 2 in like I haven't seriously played it in over 2 years. Jaziel has me playing it more than ever. All right, I gotta head out. Thanks for the stream and conversation. Thanks for popping in. You have some really good insights, Sheep Man, and you have a deep knowledge of the lore. That's freaking awesome. I wish I knew, like, I need to read up on Guild Wars 1 lore, or Guild Wars lore in general, that's for sure. Man, I do like 0 damage. I haven't played Brock. Gosh, that's so funny. I haven't played Guild Wars 2 since open beta.
Excellent work handling those
It's
assassins,
so harsh.
citizen. May they know Grent's justice. I'm Exemplar Salia of the Shining Blade. This is Exemplar Mehid.
A pleasure, I'm sure. You say those were cultists?
White Mantle, to be exact. Ancient enemies
I have
of
spent
White
way
Mantle.
too much time on the
Other
wiki of the
target
last
defenders
15
of the
years.
kingdom and its
Oh,
people.
all of the knowledge,
I thought
all
the
of your
White Mantle
game,
was just a
like,
joke
lore
from
knowledge is from the
that
wiki,
agency.
Sheep Man.
Why would they have
I
us
played like
fight
crazy
over
from
my
launch until
parents, though?
15 and then
Why
quit
bother
until...
attacking me?
Well, they're quite
Oh,
real,
until
so see,
15 and then quit until
turn it into a
23.
symbol on that
Gotcha.
amulet.
So you came back for End of Dragons, it sounds like. Hot take. I hated the Guild Wars 3 trailer. I hate when trailers are released so early that they can't show any actual gameplay. Yeah, I think they shouldn't have released a trailer either. I think it should have just been an announcement. Well, it's not a gameplay. It is an announcement trailer. Yeah. So you feel like they showed us too much then, not enough. Right? Because would you have preferred them to just say, "Hey, we're developing Guild Wars 3"? I need to get there. I haven't explored a lot of Queensdale, unfortunately. I caught up on the story, but I didn't catch up on the exploration. Yeah, I'll go on multi-hour deep dives. It's fun, but I'm out. Yep, catch you later, Deep or Sheep Man. Almost called you Deep Man. At this point, just wondering what will carry over from 2 or even 1. Yeah, last stream, a lot of people were talking about, whoops, them wanting a, they were wanting a kind of Hall of Monuments for Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 3 connection. I think they should do one for Guild Wars 1 as well. I think we need a new Guild Wars 1 Monuments chase to give us some exclusive items for Guild Wars 3. I think that would be sick. That was in engine, though, which is positive. But I agree, not enough was shown to give me any positive or negative. No, I want to see gameplay, not a mount running. Show me combat. Show me mechanics. A cinematic cut with an engine mount running is a waste of time. The only reason I disagree, Jinx, is because it wasn't a gameplay trailer. It was an announcement trailer. So they had two options. They could have just said, "Hey, we're developing Guild Wars 3. Isn't that cool?" Or they put together like a teaser that has some of the art that they're working on, some of the characters and video. So I think it's the intention that's bothering you, maybe. But you're right. Like if they had said, "Hey, here's an exclusive look at Guild Wars 3 gameplay," and then they show that, then I would be really upset. I mean, I wouldn't be. I don't get upset, but I would be like, "What the heck?" But it was an on the front. If you look on YouTube or on the main thing, it's like it's labeled as Guild Wars 3 announcement trailer. I'm not expecting to join much of the lore characters in 3, but I hope it's at least fun and gives a lot of build crafting opportunities. That's what I'm hoping for. I want build crafting. I want character customization. The gameplay can be action-y. I don't mind it. But I think there needs to be a lot of thought that goes into character building. And professions need to be different from each other. Not every profession should be able to do everything. Every profession can do everything, but they shouldn't all be... Some professions should be better than others at certain things. Imagine you can't move your character during cutscenes. That could never be... I love moving my character in cutscenes, Martin Coria. You've watched my videos. I always get a kick out of that. I started with Guild Wars, played all expansions, played some WoW, quit after getting level 43 on Mage. And Guild Wars 2 came out, and I never got past the starting area. I revisited Guild Wars 2 like 5 times. It took me several times, Ollywog. I don't remember what finally made me give it a chance. I have no idea, but I tried to give it at least 2 chances, failed. And then randomly, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make a character, and I'm gonna get it to level 80. And I ended up doing 100% world completion on my warrior, which I still have. And it was fun. It was fun doing that, the world completion. And then right as I finished world completion, Heart of Thorns came out. And I was like, heck yes. I did all the world completion. Now I can get the new elite spec on day 1 of Heart of Thorns. That was freaking awesome. So I had like a berserker on as soon as Heart of Thorns came out. And I was like, that was good timing. And then I played through Heart of Thorns, and I took a break. And then Path of Fire came out. I played through Path of Fire, took a long break, and then End of Dragons came out, and I was super pumped because of Cantha. I love Cantha, and I never finished it. I did not. I don't know why. I don't know if I could tell you why, but I didn't like End of Dragons. At least what I've played of it. I thought it was very weird. Yeah, it didn't. Maybe that's why Brilliant. Maybe it's because it didn't feel like it felt too different from Guild Wars 1 Kanto. Let me catch up on chat, guys. It depends on how they're going to incorporate the Guild Wars 3 story. I want to return to traditional quests, no more events for the most part. You guys think it'll be more similar to Guild Wars 1 or Guild Wars 2 in terms of gameplay mechanics? Good question, Kurdo. I've heard people say they want it like more like 1. I've heard people say they want it to be a mixture of 1 and 2. I haven't heard anyone say they want it to be exactly like 2. Which kind of says a lot. Here, where are you at, Jaziel? Okay. I haven't heard anyone say, I hope it's exactly like Guild Wars 2. Most people want either a mixture or they want it to be like Guild Wars 1, or most likely it's going to be very, very different from 1 and 2. Lurking your game is set to Guild Wars Reforged. Guild Wars 2 has drops. Oh, thanks, Sirario. No one likes Guild Wars 2. That's why. Kind of true. I mean, Guild Wars 2 players like Guild Wars 2, I guess. Guild Wars 1 PvP was ahead of its time. Wonder how things would have been different if streaming was really a thing. That's a good point. Because Guild Wars 1 is really fun to stream now. Maybe the devs are watching and taking notes. Watching my stream, Polywog? I'm not sure.
I'll mobilize the Seraph and burn this cult to
I'm
the
not
ground.
sure if devs watch my stream.
Logan, no.
Gameplay, action, combat mechanics similar to New World is my bet. I played New World for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and then refunded it.
Shining Blade has been fighting them for a long time.
Yeah, you are right. Guild Wars 1 PvP were
and cunning.
actually
We need to move quickly.
mainstream. Was actually mainstream. If Guild Wars 1 PvP was actually mainstream, it would be an esport things with loots, a lot of streams. In fact, there are now a lot of Guild Wars 1 streamers, which is very cool, and people posting Guild versus Guild on YouTube. Yeah, like Krishker, he uploads a lot of GVG. I like that you're rocking the juvenile pig, by the way, Jazil. That's my favorite pet. Guild Wars 2 started okay, but then it became some microtransaction heavy, bad story MMO that is just for sparkly aura weapons instead of gameplay. At least in my opinion, Guild Wars 2 is like not a game but a sparkly chat room. Yeah, I mean it's all about fashion. It's all about the fashion wars. But Guild Wars 1 was also about that. Just not as sparkly, I agree. Not as sparkly. Yeah, I'm probably just gonna keep the game name, the game type as Guild Wars 1, even though we switched over to Guild Wars 2. Can't be bothered to change it. The thing is, it's not fashion. Fashion is when it looks good. So many people put every neon color and effect on there. Yeah, that's true. People go after the fashion that stands out the most, not necessarily that looks the best. But people who actually care about their image of the character won't necessarily do that, right? There's a total of 8-hour drops. What does that mean? I'm mentioning it because if you make it, Guild Wars 2 people watch it. Oh, okay, okay. In that case, I had no idea.
Bloodshed is inevitable.
Is that just for Guild Wars? Is that just for Twitch or also in YouTube? Then I guess I'll switch it for YouTube as well. Oh, I don't think I can. Oh yeah, I can. Gosh. I forgot about drops being a thing. All right, thank you, Soraya. If you're on Europe, I can join you to show you the shirt. Yeah, I'm on Europe now. I switched regions because Jazil's here. Jazil's back. Exploring and jumping minigames have been fun though. I'm gonna have to roller beetle down there. I do not want something like gyms to gold, but there's no way that's not how. I know. I hate the gym system. Just give me the price. Like Guild Wars 1's the reason why I like a lot of Guild Wars 1 players forget that Guild Wars 1 also has microtransactions, but the reason it feels different is because it has actual prices. No gyms or anything like that. So it doesn't feel like a microtransaction because you know exactly, you feel like you're spending money in the Guild Wars 1 playbook. I hate the fact. Hey, what's up, Terraria? Sweet. Oh, that's cool. So you can get some unique drops for watching this stream. You can get the Fuzzy Scepter skin, the Cerulean Aurus Wand Scepter, the Cerulean Wand Scepter skin, Diamond Throne, Summer T-shirt. Ah. The drops are worth just having us Twitch stream in the background. I have Teapot on the Twitch app. Ah, Jazil's already on top of it. I had no idea about those. Dang it. Roller Beetle's so fun. Wait, where am I going? Come through to Kessex when you get there, Uber. Okay. Guild Wars didn't start out as sparkly aesthetic fashion show. Once they realized they can make money off it, and around Eye of the North release, they started doing the micros. The coolest thing in OG Guild Wars was black dyes. I mean, technically, once you get to Draknar, every other armor that follows is all about aesthetics since the stats aren't going to be better. Yeah, all of the elite armor in Guild Wars 1 was absolutely a thing that people wanted to do. It was absolutely part of Fashion Wars. I mean, Obsidian, the most valuable armor is Obsidian armor, and it adds no extra stats. It's purely for bragging rights. How would you guys feel about Guild Wars 1 having a kind of legendary armor where you can, once you unlock it on your character, you can change the inscription in runes? It's like without having to go to a rune. It would work basically like PvP armor.
Draw them close and get them distracted.
Jazil says nope. As long as it wasn't neon like Chaos Gloves. Hey, Chaos Gloves are pretty sweet. And the Chaos Axe. Chaos Axe was around since day one of Guild Wars. And that and the Fiery Dragon Sword were the most sought after items. Oh my gosh. What happened to those guys? Sorry. What did Inquisitor Torben said? I was missing. You look lost. Oh, that's a Oh, that's the NPC. Streamers still no preview the top.
More incoming.
Right click them in preview. What are you talking about? Oh, the items? Ah, I see. Oh, I like that. Kind of silly. It's like a Harry Potter wand. Another Harry Potter wand. Oh, there's a, like, Frozen. It can be Elsa. And the summer t-shirt. Oh, that's a sick shirt. That looks cool, actually. Sorry, Soraya. Alright. So it was a bit about fashion. Yeah, for sure it was a bit about fashion. Guild Wars 1? Guild Wars 1 for PvE players was 100% about fashion. I mean, the most valuable weapons in the game, so the reason they're valuable is because they're skins. The stats aren't really that valuable unless there's some like really weird stat, like that dual vamp sword that I got. But it's like there's no reason really. All the weapons everyone uses should just be crafted weapons, because you can get max stats from collectors and crafters. So it's totally about fashion. I was getting jazzed up because this is a balled up group of enemies, but I was like, wait, this isn't Guild Wars 1. The only thing I don't like, not the only thing, one of the things I don't like is, like right now, I don't really care about what these skills do at all. I'm just using every single one of them. Just using them all. Don't care. If it's not on cooldown, it's getting used. Don't know what they do. No idea. Just use everything. I sent a hat skin I got back in Guild Wars 2 beta. Let me send another thing. Okay, let me check. You might need to send it again. Oh, this one. Oh, that's cool. That's how playing Guild Wars 2 feels to me. Yeah, I mean, that's how it feels to me. As I say, Guild Wars 2 isn't a game. No planning from the start. Later on, you have rotations to min-max, but in Guild Wars 1, you have to think. I mean, depending on the class, in Guild Wars 1, if you have a set, like assassins, for example, don't really need to think because you have a very specific skill rotation, usually for melee characters and assassins. But yeah, Mesmer, Monk, Ritualist, and kind of Necromancer, you absolutely need to think to use your skills. Once you do know, it makes it easier. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm being a bit facetious, Jazeel. Just spam #1 skill during world events.
Bandit holdings are quickly growing throughout the wilderness of Blackhaven, and I fear things will only get worse if someone.
Even with assassins, you can choose which lead and offhand duel you want. Yeah, but like when you're actually in battle. Like Guild Wars 1 is all about preparing for battle. Those are the choices that you're making. In Guild Wars 2, you make some choices. You don't really make choices, but you do make some reactions. Like you gotta react appropriately in Guild Wars 2. It's about timing and reactions for sure. Right. You don't prepare in Guild Wars 2. What's up, Memorial Flame?
You're kidding, right?
Oh.
There's one to remember me by.
Okay. I gotta break aggro.
Until next time.
I can't break aggro.
Armored up.
Yeah, I downloaded Blish HUD. I wasn't sure if it's okay to stream Blish HUD though. Have you ever seen players streaming add-ons? I'm assuming it's okay. Breaking aggro by running through more. Here, 1 second. That's the style. That's my style. Yeah, it's fine. Everyone uses it. Okay, let me launch it. Oh, we can start doing the dungeon. The Ascalon dungeon. Tekkits. I downloaded Tekkits, but it was so overwhelming. There's so many skills. There you go. See, how do I... Oh, there we go. Where's Jaziel at? I'm using reactive. Now, turn off everything except core criteria and map completion. Oh, we're going a different route than reactive shows. I'll just turn mine off. We'll follow yours. Why is your sky scale faster than mine? Oh, is that a griffin? Oh, that's a sky scale. Really, what's my mastery at? Yeah, I have... Oh, okay. I think I have masteries, but I can't see them for some reason. They're all locked. So weird. Oh, your achievements are... Your account achievements looking pretty low there, Jaziel. You don't do dailies and stuff? That's good. Wait, you have sky scale already? Yeah, this is my main account, Zug. I was playing on a free-to-play account the last few streams, but I've realized, like, it would be cheap rather than buying the expansions on a brand new European account. It would be cheaper just to pay for the region transfer. And then I paid for it, and then they announced a 40% discount, so I wasted a bunch of money. Best thing about Guild Wars 1 is how unique it is. You play as tanks, ranger with daggers, and oh, you play assassin as tank, ranger with daggers, and necro with scythe. Yeah, I love that you can like play around with your core skills and then and make up your own builds. Ranger, Necromancer, Minion Master, or something. I get you, smart. I don't know if I'm smart. Kessex Hills are one of my favorite maps, though. I grinded this map until level 80. Pretty much. When I needed, like when I was getting close, like the last 10 levels or so on my warrior, I just spent so much time here doing events, bosses and stuff. Oh, we're just exploring. We're not doing any killing. I gotcha.
I need help.
I won't initiate combat every 2 seconds then. Do these first and smash out hearts. Sounds like my ex. What's up, CyberSyn? You caught that? I wasn't sure if you caught what I said. thought I whispered it under my breath.
I achieve things. I'm an achiever.
Where'd you go? Did you go? Oh, I swear I saw you go down. But yeah, I'm wondering why my masteries are all locked. I think it's some glitch with the changing of the regions. It's like I have my glider and stuff. And look, I have like all of this stuff.
I'm dying here.
I guess I could turn on Guild Wars 1 music. So it's not so quiet. I'll just put on the Guild Wars 1 opening menu. Ah, I miss Guild Wars 1. I already miss it so much. But yeah, last time I streamed Guild Wars 2 on YouTube, it got demonetized because for some reason Guild Wars 2 music triggers some weird identical songs or sounds or clips or something. So it gets copyright struck. Was really disappointing. Guilders gameplay on opening screen. Loophole. Yo, what's your thoughts on Guild Wars 3? Overall, I'm excited for it, Zar13. I have no real clues or expectations about what I think it's gonna be like, but I'm definitely going to try it out. Oh my gosh. Well, thanks for telling me. There we go. I didn't realize that's what you meant. But yeah, Zar, I think... Oh, hold on. I think it's super exciting that they're making a new game. I want to see the actual gameplay before I get on the hype train. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't say I'm on any hype train. What the heck is that? What was that? Was that just a skin? That's crazy. Guild Wars 1 music makes Guild Wars 2 straight of a better game. That's about, yeah. Not wrong. Guild Wars 1 music is so good. Guild Wars 2 music is pretty good. They just tried to make it a little too epic. Guilders 1 is a little more emotional. Triggers that nostalgia. Guilders 2 hate is so unjustified. It's funny. I was never a fan of the underwater stuff in Guild Wars 1. Or Guild Wars 2, I mean. I hope Guild Wars 3 has no underwater stuff. Dang it. I need to get that radial menu mod where I can change mounts on the fly. Underwater Quagans sell, so you will probably have underwater. What do you mean they sell? As in like merchandise? Yeah, they're just so cute. Like Grogu. I guess there'll be no char in the new in Guild Wars 3 then, right? I totally didn't even think about char. So I guess it all depends on if we're going to their region or not. I think, in my opinion, Zar 13, I felt it didn't look like Guild Wars 1 or Guild Wars to me. It felt very foreign and very different than a Guild Wars game. Like if you showed me the gameplay and art from the trailer without any Guild Wars 3 logo, I don't know if I would have known it was a Guild Wars game. Hard to say. Maybe eventually. I don't know what would have given it away as Guild Wars. I don't think I would have. Other than the name, there wasn't anything. Maybe the Kodan. If I saw the Kodan, I might know it was a Guild Wars. Maybe they can implant some races and tribes out of Alona or Kantha. They had connections before Nightfall, right? I think so, because like Ascension and stuff was a pretty old thing, wasn't it? So people in Alona used to pilgrimage through the portals. Yep, paragons and dervs exist in history. That's pretty sweet. Oh, we're going under here. So same, but for me, when I initially saw the mountains and was like, this looks like Guild Wars, but then as the trailer progressed, I was thinking it kind of looks like another Unreal Engine game, other Unreal Engine games. Highguard sadly came to mind. Yeah, I saw a comment on my YouTube shorts that it looks just like Highguard or what's the other game? There's another game, Concord and Highguard. Yeah, people compared it to those. The colors are just very, you know, the colors are super vibrant, which kind of fits to the setting, I guess, because it's ore. So the setting of the area kind of fits, I guess, but yeah, it looks a little I'm not sure the word to describe it. I don't think immature is the right word. What's up, Aura? Thank you for the follow, Kevin Schroeder. I'm betting Guardian won't be a profession. Yeah, I don't think Guardians will exist, McCanny. Maybe they can oh, also this Asa guy dies in the Crystal Desert, I believe. With Joko? Also, are you talking about the same Asa that fought Joko? I don't think Joko will be in this game. Will it? I think this is gonna happen. The events of Guild Wars 3 are gonna happen before Joko. I'm not sure if that's because of the way the Unreal Engine works, or they couldn't do the traditional Guild Wars art style, or if it was a voluntary choice. See, I don't really agree with. I think just the fact that it was Unreal Engine doesn't mean you have to lose the Guild Wars aesthetics. Like I was saying, I think you could keep Guild Wars art style even in pixel art. You could easily make a Guild Wars pixel art game. So if you're able to maintain pixel art aesthetics or Guild Wars aesthetics in pixel art, it would be possible to do it in Unreal, I would guess. I think mainly the reason I feel like it is because there weren't really recognizable characters from Guild Wars. Like if I saw a single Char, I would know immediately it was Guild Wars. Or if I saw like a Devourer or something, I would immediately know it was Guild Wars. I mean, there is that connection between Alonateria, not that it's going to be in that time. Yeah, I don't know if it would be in that time either, but I thought about that as well, Koro. I'm not sure if it's the way the Unreal... Oh, yeah, that's what you just said. It was a hairy Asuran in the group? What? I'm going to take a look. I didn't notice it was an Asuran. Okay, if I had noticed it was an Asuran, then that would have been a dead giveaway that it was Guild Wars then. McCanny swapping to kick. Look again, the ears. Okay, I'll check again. Where's he at? Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah, he's all hairy. I didn't notice because the female character next to him is like kneeling down. So I just thought they were both humans. But yeah, she stands up and then you can tell that's a really short dude. I mean, not a short dude, but an Asuran. Whoops. The fall of Ore made Asurans go bald. I guess, You know, to be honest, I've been keeping this to myself because people are savage about the art style. I'm making a guess that they went with this art style in order to appeal to a larger audience. Maybe. What? I didn't know there's Tengu here. I mean, are those games popular though? Like Highguard and Concord? Were they popular with that art style? Or are they popular due to the art style? I thought those games got a lot of harsh criticism because no one liked it. Wait. Am I going the wrong way? Underground? How'd you get down there? I might be a hot take. I really like the art style and I really love the trailer. Oh, okay. I'm coming to your blue dot. Where the heck are you? Hey, thank you for that follow, Sin Deluxin. Did I go down here? Wait, where is he at? Hey, what's up, Ginger Ninja? But that shiny art style appeals to larger groups than the established Guild Wars fan base. Okay, down here. It's hard to say the established Guild Wars fan bases are because are you saying the established Guild Wars 1 fan base? Because now the Guild Wars fan base is oh, I'm following you again. I immediately stopped looking for the POI. You're saying Guild Wars as a franchise. I would say the majority of Guild Wars 2 players like that art style, though. Are you saying that in the trailer it's an exaggerated form of Guild Wars 2? That even Guild Wars 2 fans won't like it because it's exaggerated? Bye bye, Mr. Uber gassing out to work. Alright, have a good one, Martin. Please don't bring back Asura, such a waste of resources. The graphics reminding me of FF14. That game, wasn't it? FF14 was super popular though, isn't it? FF14 is like the other massively popular MMO besides Guild Wars 2. I didn't mind Asuran. I loved Vec. Vec was one of my favorite characters in Eye of the North. And his storyline with Vec and Gad, I thought it was really cool. Really well written. FF14 is bigger than Guild Wars 2 by a long way. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. FF14 is crazy popular. Jazeel said Assurance Rural. Popular but not good. Heading out. Have a nice stream. Thank you, Martin. No, yeah, y'all's opinions are fine. I appreciate all the hot takes you guys are sharing here. Let's hear them all. It was bigger than WoW for a short bit. Oh, Final Fantasy 14 was bigger than WoW? I totally believe that. I spent some time on WoW. I played a little bit during Burning Crusade. No. I played a little bit. What did I play on? No, I played a little bit during Wrath of Lich King. And then I took a break, and then I came back after Cataclysm and played for quite a while. And then I got busy with school, but couldn't play. And then I tried to play it again after they made like the huge retail changes, and it was just it's a totally different game than I remember. Totally different game than I remember. And I couldn't play it. Couldn't enjoy it. Couldn't play it. I suppose I should try WoW Classic sometime. Oh guys, look at this cool blunderbuss that I got. I got it out of one of the event chests. Pretty cool. Dragon Bone. So you hype for Guild Wars 3 or what? I'm excited for it, Your Dad. I think before Guild Wars 3 comes out, they're going to release more content for Guild Wars 1. So that excites me. Very exciting. How come I can't choose my glider skin? Ah, here we go. Yeah, in 2020, I've played at least 500 plus hours in every big MMO. Backer of Ashes of Creation. What's BDO? I don't remember BDO. Etc. People are craving a new MMO that holds integrity and respects your time. All I'm trying to get across is that the art style in the trailer will appeal to players of other modern games and grab their attention, whereas the traditional style they will use would probably be less noticeable to those players. Think of it as this way. They see the trailer in traditional Guild Wars art style, but will eventually forget about it because the art style wasn't what they are. Using the art style they did will keep those players in. I see what you mean. So you think the art style they went to is more on par with other modern games that are coming out now, which will appeal to the new audiences that are used to that art style. You mean Fortnite style? That's what it reminded me of, Arpicord. It reminded me very vibrant, bright colors. Very soft features. Not cartoony though. It didn't look cartoony to its credit. I hope they add changeable skills to the combat. You mean you hope they do away with the weapon skills, like the preset weapon skills? Oh, chargeable. They add chargeable skills to content. Like credit card chargeable skills? That would be great. I just cracked myself up. You want to buff your team with some... You want to buff your team? That'll be $3.99. You'll be able to use the skill for 30 minutes. Then you gotta spend another $3.99. Oh gosh. Let me know if the Guild Wars 1 music is too loud, y'all. Hey, why can't I get up there? Why am I blocked by an invisible wall? What the heck? Ah, okay. Skill recharge, 99 cents. Sorry, your skills are on cooldown. Pay another subscription fee to use your skills unlimited time. For Guild Wars Premium. Oh man. My biggest curiosity is what the combat if the gameplay is fine, I don't really care about the art style. Art style will be fine. I have to go for a bit. I will be back later on if you're still online. Okay. Well, if you're not gonna be on, then I might switch over to Guild Wars 1 again. I'll play for a little bit. I can go back to Queensdale and finish the Queensdale exploration, I guess. From the website, Master Action Combat. See you later on. All right, buddy. From the website Master Action Combat Master, a combat system where depth is achieved through strategic use, positioning, and movement, where action RPG combat meets Guild Wars build making, creating a unique combat experience. From the website Master Action. Yeah, so that sounds like it's going to be using jumping and dodging from Guild Wars 2, while also, but meets Guild Wars build making, creating a unique combat experience. Does it mean Guild Wars 1 or Guild Wars 2 build making? Because technically there's build making in Guild Wars 2, but Guild Wars 1 players laugh at it. McKinney's looking for back shots. Damage increase. What do you mean by that? That's my feeling too. The art style is secondary so long as the gameplay is fun and game isn't running like garbage, which is my concern with them using Unreal as the engine. Oh, yeah. Unreal has some optimization issues, doesn't it? Man, I hope my computer can even run Guild Wars 3. Close portals, vanquish portal minions, tortured. It will be first Guild Wars developed by AI. Oh no! Please, ARPicord. Weak spots. Oh, for positionings? Guild Wars 1 kind of had that with bows. If you have a elevated... If you're shooting from elevation. I really love that about Guild Wars 1. You're more concerned if ANET can run Guild Wars 3. That's a sick burn. Alright, Jaziel is no longer on. He said he's going to come back. While we're waiting for him, let's do some Guild Wars 1 dailies. Oops. You're off to eat something? Alright, McCanny, thanks for hanging out. Oh, so McCanny wants it to be super action-y, where you have to aim your shots at certain parts of the enemy. That would be interesting. It'd be kind of like Destiny, right? A little bit more like Destiny. 안녕하세요. Let's go to Embark. Yeah, he didn't know about it. He wanted to be more like Guild Wars 1. No. Guild Wars Bounty is cool today. What's the Guild Wars Bounty today? Oh, Verada. Okay. 맞아요. 그치. Guild War after Guild Wars 3 comes out, I'm not sure what will happen with Guild Wars 1 after Guild Wars 3 comes out. Yeah. That's a good question. Guild Wars 3 Guild Wars they're beefing up Guild Wars 1 content, Guild Wars 2 content until Guild Wars 3 comes out. Like they're promoting the franchise, which is great. But what happens after Guild Wars 3 comes out? I hope they answer that question today in the video. Look at that Chad IW bar. Yep, I was running some IW earlier today. I'm curious to see how they plan to do Guild Wars 3. From what little they've shown, it does seem like they're going to expand on what they did for Guild Wars 2. Not sure if you watched the show or not, but the chat was hilarious. They were constantly spamming, "We want Destiny 3 emote" in the chat the whole time, and my immediate thought was they're getting a 3, just not Destiny. I didn't see it, yeah. 근데 3면 3이면 2보다 미래면 Guild War 2도 비행선 있는 걸로 알고 있는데 War 3 미래 지금 사람들이랑 오케이. 나중에 보세요. 근데 너무 짧아요. 1분만. 영상은 1분 30초. The problem will be with Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars is solid in its life cycle. True. I think Guild Wars 1 I think we've proven that Guild Wars 1 fans will be staying in Guild Wars 1. And hopefully they just make enough content to where it's still entertaining. 네. They've stated that they are dedicated to keep developing on all 3 games. While I'm hopeful, that is a big undertaking. Uber Officer, Anes said in a post on the website they plan developing all 3 games. Okay. Gotcha. It's easy to say that now, though, isn't it? Isn't it pretty easy to say that now? Guild Wars 1 is also going to be on mobile, so for more ways. Yeah, I've got it on mobile. I played a little bit. I've got a dedicated Guild Wars mobile character, actually. I haven't played too much of it. Hey, what's up? Do you wanna do the bounty? Yeah, I think it's best to just be optimistic, right? Essex Peak. That's over where Galrath is, isn't it? Maybe we can do Galrath hard mode. I still haven't done Galrath hard mode on this character. Essex Peak. Like, down... The heck is... It's right here. If we have Verada on, we can't do Galrath. Oh, are they in the same area? Guilders 1 fans won't care anyway, since they are mostly just nostalgia. They doomer talk on anything positive. Guilders 2 PvP and World scene will likely move for Guilders 3. Yeah, the PvP scene in Guilders 3 will definitely cause a lot of Guild Wars 2 players to move if it's well implemented. I am most optimistic it will be different, but then again, so was Guild Wars 2 back in the day. Honestly, I prefer a game set in Guild Wars 1 histories than in Guild Wars 2's future, which is what they're doing, right? So you must be pretty happy about that, Queen Malafide. Thank you for that first time chat, by the way. Yeah, it's a prequel to Guild Wars 1. Galrath and Verada may conflict and not spawn Galrath. I've also heard that sometimes both Galrath and Verada spawn at the same time. All right, we'll just do the bounty then. Don't want to risk it. You can add some heroes if you want. We actually don't know if Guild Wars 3 will have PvP at all. The website just mentions story. That's a good point. Surely it will have PvP, unless it's a single-player game. That's what I want, Soulslayer. I want to see some guilds. I want to see some guilds. All right, I'll add. Oh, rebuilding skill bar? Okay. I need to level up my Ghost of Althea. PvP is confirmed. They are hiring for that. Dang. See, all the information you guys need is here in the chat. Combat, from what they describe, will be Souls. Oh, it's actually officially called Souls. Like, what's BDO? Oh, Black Desert Online. Right. Black Desert Online gets tons of compliments, and a lot of people love the combat of BDO. They say it's some of the best combat ever. The setting has some very interesting stories to explore, such as the fall of Abaddon and Grinth casting down Doom. Yeah, it sounds pretty sweet. The fact that the story is leading into Guild Wars 1 makes me super interested in that. Oh, you got your Searing Flames. Okay, I'll just add the last hero. Whoops, hard mode. Oh, it looks like we're doing some more Krypton quests here. Silly Uber. Silly Uber. Oh, you forgot something? Okay. Let's hit it. For both Guilders 1 and Guilders 2 Future, I think it'll end up being the 2 weeks taking over for them. How big is 2 weeks? Isn't 2 weeks a small development company? How can they take over both Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2? Dang it, stupid interrupts. Oh, this is not going to be good. Go. Hold on. Okay. Well, if Guild Wars 2 iOS is going maintenance mode too. Oh, I see what you mean. They said they're going to keep developing for it though. That doesn't sound like maintenance mode to me. Yeah, 2 weeks I think is 3 people or at least 3 former ANET devs. I had to force a party back to town once because the leader forgot to put on hard mode. Did they thank you for it, or did they get angry because they wanted normal mode? I got some enchantment removal. Freaking Chaos Storm. Yes, they're draining a lot of energy from us. If they're making yearly expansions still, then whatever team that ANET has for that will be continuing. I don't see them making more expansions. Expansions kind of require a lot of maintenance. Confused at first, then they didn't say anything about it. If I had to guess, they were a bit embarrassed. Don't need to be embarrassed. Mistakes happen. It will be a drab. What do you mean by that, Fuftos? They've stated in the blog post about continuing to make expansion for Guild Wars 2. How long that'll last, who knows? Exactly. It's easy to say that if they have already like a couple of expansions in the can. But it's like, oh, it will be a drag, right? But I'm not sure if it'll be indefinite. Especially if the player base dries up, and if the sales of the expansions fall off, there's going to be no incentive to make them. The one thing though for Guild Wars 3 I hope for is the break of the MMO curse. What's the MMO curse? The fact that all new MMOs fail? Well, what else can they do? What else can they even add to 1 and 2 at this point? 1, they can add more dungeons. 2, I don't see what else they can add since they're clear they're running out of ideas. What's the curse? What's the MMO curse? I didn't realize it was a thing. Oh, okay. That's it. Then every new MMO is strung down and failing. I mean, didn't Guild Wars 2 break the curse then? And Final Fantasy 14? Or I guess they're not considered new. Right. They're old out now at this point. It makes sense because apparently, like, oh my gosh. Getting wiped out here. Makes sense though, because apparently like young people are not really gaming. Like the highest number of gamers are in our age bracket, which I'm assuming most of you guys are similar age to me. 30s. 30s and mid 40s or so is like the age of the average gamer. Because of like Fortnite and Call of Duty, I think they've kind of reprogrammed what people expect from video games. No, we got this. I'm illusionary weaponry. I'll carry us if I have to. Healing Signet on Mesmer is so strong, by the way. Maybe one of the best self-heals in the game. Can use a cupcake. I have almost 1,000 health. Look how tanky I am as a Mesmer. Isn't that crazy? ESO, Guild Wars 2, WoW, FF14 are the same recommended MMOs. Nothing has replaced those MMOs. And most modern MMOs are either live service grindfest or sandbox survival style. I can manually give you have her cast it on you, I guess. Nothing has been able to replace WoW since it released. I don't expect Guild Wars 3 to be any different. At most, I expect it to not pull a new world. Also, younger gamers in general have lower attention spans and are in need of constant gratification. It makes MMO genre not really cater to them. Exactly. MMO is all about the journey and the grind and the time that you spent with people. And the connections that you make with people in the world. But it's all about clip farming and just matchmaking. Yeah, I didn't like the new WoW. I tried it. I tried to come back to it and I was like, this is not a game. It's just not good. Still one of the top 5 played MMOs. Enough said. It can be trashed to some, but enough people still. Yeah, I think it just has a lot of people that are invested in it. And then when people think of MMO, the first thing they think of is WoW. Dang, they took off my illusionary weaponry. Oh, the Minotaurs are helping us out. That's nice. To be fair, it's probably still the top MMO because people invested thousands of hours. Yeah, I think it's more about the investment. I would be curious to see how many new players every year WoW is getting and how many of those new players they're retaining after several months. When do you think Guild Wars 3 full release will be playable? 2029? I thought it was coming out 20... Did I read anything? In my head, I thought it was like 2027. I thought it's coming out next year. Guild Wars 1 is always the MMO I come back to play. Special place in my heart. Careful, people will get upset if you call Guild Wars 1 an MMO. I always thought of Guild Wars 1 as an MMO, but then once I started calling it MMO, people were very quick to correct me. It's not an MMO! But be careful. Beta is 2027. Okay, that's what I saw. So if beta is 2027, then you're definitely looking at late 2028, possibly 2029 then. Guild Wars 3 beta is fall of 2077. Yeah, 2029. Definitely 2029 then. Ah, there. Hi. Oops. It's funny that you always speak English whenever I'm broadcasting. I talked earlier. Guild Wars 1 was a joke. I support the release of Guild Wars. Everyone agrees with you though. You don't have to change your opinion just because I'm streaming. Late 2028 might not be out of the realm of possibility. True. Nowadays, though, when games are in beta testing, they stay in early access. They stay there for quite a long time, though. I could be wrong or misremembering about the beta being in the fall, but that's what I thought. Yeah, I only remember seeing 2027. I didn't remember seeing any seasons or months. Man, these guys have lots of shadow steps. What's up, Neko? Did I see you playing Monsters and Memories today, Neko? Or are you just in the group chat? The voice chat, I mean. I think 2028 will happen. You're just in the voice chat. We need to take these peacekeepers out first. Dang it. Well, based on leaks, they have been working on it since the End of Dragons DLC for Guild Wars 3. Yeah, I guess they have quite a bit of progress on it. No! How long ago was that? I'm not a Guild Wars 2 player. Yeah, right around 2020... Right after the pandemic, pretty much. Yeah, I remember that it was a really big deal whenever they started hiring for Guild Wars 3 project. But after that happened, there was just so much silence about it. I think that's why people thought you might have been wrong, Neko, because they were just so silent for it for such a long time. Yeah. On Solo outfit. People stupid because I gave proof. Oops, I'm going the wrong way. So we are talking a good 4+ years. 2028 would still seem likely to me if they have that much time into it. True. I mean, I wonder when they started, like actually started development. They started hiring around the End of Dragon days, but like when they actually started producing the game, developing the game, could have been like 2024, 2025, which still isn't a long time. When and where are they going to talk more about what happens with Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2? There's a stream event happening in a couple hours from now. XJ Su. And apparently in that stream they're going to discuss... Oh my gosh, look at this group. Can we pull? Let me try to pull. I brought ST, but it doesn't seem to be like strong enough for protections. How do we pull both groups like that? Nice. Yeah, we're good. Luigi's in here? Yeah, we're doing Verada right now. If Guild Wars 2 player base drops to Guild Wars 1 levels, then it's cooked. See, that's what I was saying, and what made me originally think they weren't going to release Guild Wars 3, because they'll essentially be killing 2 games. Because they must be expecting Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 1 players to switch over to Guild Wars 3. And if it does that, then we're going to have the same effect that happened to Guild Wars 1 after Guild Wars 2 came out, but it's going to happen to 2 games. It's going to happen to Guild Wars 1 again. Guild Wars 1 players are going to feel betrayed and abandoned. And then Guild Wars 2 players are going to go through the exact same thing that Guild Wars 1 players went through. Which is kind of funny to me, but it's not good. Yeah, that is true. Guild Wars 1, most content is soloable. Guild Wars 2 instance group content, open world can be soloable aside from metas. Yeah, Guild Wars 2, the storylines and stuff can be soloed, but raids and dungeons and stuff cannot be. A huge amount of content, like fractals, you can't solo fractals, I don't think. I logged on to Guild Wars 2 after your streams and it was just too overwhelming. Yeah, like all the messages that pop up and... Oh, let's take out the priest. What was overwhelming about it? Just everything? There's too many items and currencies and... Yeah. That was my thought. I figured it would be suicide in Guild Wars 2 to make it Guild Wars 3, so I used that as an argument for why I really didn't believe the announcement was going to be... Yeah, I know. That was my main argument. I was like, yeah, there's no way they're going to just kill their highest earning game. But, yeah, I was surprised that I was so wrong. I was saying this for a little while. Guild Wars 1 has the potential to survive a Guild Wars 2 migration, but Guild Wars 2 does not. The solo ability of Guild Wars 1 and the upcoming accessibility on mobile will keep Guild Wars 1 going. Guild Wars 2 is another scenario altogether. Yeah, Guild Wars 1 fans have been through it. We're experienced. Been there, done that. If you guys struggle, I can hop in. Just finish the round I was doing and jarting the Jade Sea. Also, to be honest, I don't think a drop in player base is that big a deal. Guilders 1 survived it clearly, and Guilders 3 will absolutely be their highest earning game. Guilders 2 times in the spotlights has passed. They need a new game to get it again. Yeah, but their point is that if Guilders 2 player base drops, Guilders 2 will be dead. Guilders 1 could handle it because of the way heroes and stuff work, but Guilders 2 is designed with player population in mind. I didn't think it would be MMO though. I was expecting a smaller scale game. Yeah, I thought maybe single player. It'll never truly die, to be honest. I was actually predicting it. Let's go through here. To be an expansion featured for both Guilders 1 and Guilders 2, something like the bonus mission pack that takes you to the past but done on a massive scale and being done in both games. That would be crazy. Oh, this is the boss. Dang it, they took out my illusionary weaponry. We don't know yet if it was lobby-based or not. They say Guilders 2 would be playable soloable and with friends. That's pretty cool. Dang it. They keep dispelling my weapon of... my illusionary weaponry. Ah! Man, I thought we were just taking a small group there. I didn't know we aggroed the whole freaking map. Look at Jagex and the RuneScape games. They had to recreate the classic RuneScape experience with the old school, and now with that and the mobile access, old school is more popular than RuneScape 3 and is actually in the top 5 most played MMOs. I think OSRS was number 2 at the end of 2025. That's crazy. Oops, sorry. My bad. Might have to use some cons here. Kind of insane OSRS blew up like that. Maybe I should try OSRS sometime. I downloaded it and played like the tutorial, I think, but I never played past it really. I played RuneScape like before old school RuneScape, like in 2000. When would that have been? 2002 or 2003. It was like freshman year of high school. In computer lab when we wanted to not do our work. That was fun, just to kill time on during class. What did you think about it, Abasa? Freaking peacekeepers. Nice. It's got that forever game. That's a good example. I mean, the graphics are obviously not great in OSRS, but people don't care since it's just a great game. As much as I enjoyed hearing that Guild Wars 3 is on the way, it annoys the heck out of me that they decided to mention that it's coming to PS5, yet not Xbox. The Series X has nearly identical specs. I think that's an issue with Xbox. Shirtograd. Welcome in, by the way. Thanks for that chat. I think the problem is Xbox doesn't have a lot of compatibility for some reason, even though it's literally Microsoft. For some reason, a lot of games seem to go to... I'm not a console expert, but it seems like PC and Steam have a lot more crossplay than Xbox. Am I wrong about that? Maybe I'm wrong about that. Dang it. Get some Cyclone X P AoE here. Really hope they'll make Guild Wars 3 more like Guild Wars 1 and than Guild Wars 2, but I doubt it. I wasn't a huge fan of your weapon decides your skills. Yeah, that's the main thing I don't like about Guild Wars 2 either. I don't like feeling like locked into a build. And having just 4 skills that you can customize just doesn't really do it. OSRS is one of those games that you will take years to fully complete, and it respects your time as you can take a break for a while and pick up right where you left off. No worry about falling behind. It'll always be there. Not only that, but the content they add to it is up to the player vote, so they don't add new stuff without consent from the player base, which is part of the appeal and why I finally returned to it after years. That sounds interesting. The fact that they actually listen to players. I never played RuneScape. I always thought it looked horrible. Now that I'm older, though, I appreciate it more. Oh, you play it now, Jinx? Sony probably paid a lot of money to keep it away from Xbox. Xbox is floundering right now, and they want their biggest competition hurt. That's sad. FF14 took a long time to come to Xbox. I'm not sure. I'm not surprised that they're... Oh, am I going the wrong way? I'm not surprised they're releasing the PS4, the PlayStation first. I was surprised they're going to console gaming, though. I can see what they're doing to Guild Wars. I know. That makes... As soon as I saw PlayStation, it makes a lot of sense now why they were optimizing Guild Wars 1 for Steam controller and Steam Deck and mobile. That tells me that maybe it will have some Guild Wars 1 features, or it's at least within the realm of possibilities. But not if it's going to be Dark Souls based. Yeah, it could be. I'm imagining it's either that Sony money hated. Second. Sony money hated it, or it's the lackluster specs of Series S. It only has 10 gigabytes of shared memory, and I believe Microsoft requires you to put the game on both Series X and S. I'm mostly a PC gamer though, and I bought the Series X since I wanted a TV box and got it for a good deal on a Black Friday. But yeah, hoping they'll eventually bring it in with cross progression and crossplay. We'll see. Sony is the desperate one, to be fair. Microsoft is focusing more on Valve approach and is trying to go for the more digital storefront distribution. Sony console slaves, but the console wars are dead and it's platform wars now. Microsoft recognizes this, but Sony is stuck in 2007. Whoa. Oh, can we kill Verada from just here? Yeah, I've heard Sony and Microsoft go through a cycle every generation where one of them does well and becomes really anti-consumer, and the other does poorly and becomes pro-consumer, aka money-maxing policies. Ugh, that would be such a stressful company to make decisions for. What's this leather belt item? I've never seen that. Of course, these are 7-year cycles. Hey, we did it! First try, no deaths, no wipes. Oh, we didn't do it. Verada's up there. Never mind. I spoke too early. We need to try and lure Verada down here. I don't know why Livia's not targeting you. Microsoft is doing a lot more to make Xbox's platform accessible on other items. For example, they are reportedly working on a revamp to the Xbox PC app. Honestly, I'm assuming the controller support for Guild Wars 1 is being done now, not really for Guild Wars 1, but as a trial to give them experience. Absolutely. Makes a lot more sense now, Jinx. Why they would suddenly want to make controller support for it. Leather belts are used in pre-searing to get a belt pouch. How have you not seen that? Really? I must have seen it. Maybe I'm just not used to seeing it in post. Yeah, I remember the belt pouch. Just looks so out of place in post-searing. To be honest, Guild Wars 1 on Steam Deck plays really well. Oh, that's good to hear. So these are using the same character models as pre-searing. That's why they dropped leather belts, I guess. Jeez, I'm so tanky. And as much hate as Guild Wars Mobile gets, it plays really well on mobile. Just the phone overheats. Oh, Migraine. Migraine is whooping my butt. The controls on it feel really solid, and I enjoy playing it on the device when I don't feel like playing on PC. Just double down on buying the Steam version of Reforge, since it was 40% off. The controls seem pretty sweet on the Steam Deck. I tried it for a while. I haven't tried the mobile client yet since it's not available here, but although I'm not a mobile gamer, I think it was a great idea of them. Like, why not offer more ways to play or beloved? What a great mindset you have, Turdo. A lot of Guild Wars 1 fans do not feel the same way as you do. A lot of people felt it, had a lot of suspicions about the the motivations for Guild Wars Mobile. But now that they announced Guild Wars 3, it makes a lot of sense why they made Guild Wars Mobile. And you know what? I wonder, I won't be surprised if they offer Guild Wars 3. Probably not. Guild Wars 3 probably will not be mobile, right? Because if it's going to be on PlayStation 5, there's no way the specs will be good enough to run on mobile. Yeah, I don't see why leather belts would drop in post-searing at all. Caboose. Thought they were worn belts. Thank you, Jerdo. See, I'm not crazy. They're worn belts. That's why they look so different. Haha. Got him. How are we wiping right now? Drag them out a little bit. Hoping they separate a little bit. There we go. Oh, they're using Grint's balance. That's why my health keeps... So my high health pool is actually causing them to be really difficult to kill. Because they're healing themselves for like 375 health. That's not good. No way. Guild Wars 1 can work on mobile explicitly because it's such an old game. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Magi, it looks very similar to Monster Hunter. Magi, they're losing the connection to Guild Wars. No, I don't think they're watching this stream. You don't need to worry about that, Labasa. I don't think so. I wonder what the upkeep cost is for Guild Wars 2 in comparison to Guild Wars 1. We already know that it's low to keep Guild Wars 1 going, but I'd be curious if it will play into the long-term future of Guild Wars 2. Right, I mean, they have multiple regions. There's 2 or 3, I think there's three regions for Guild Wars 2, right? Because there's a China server, European server, and American server. Wow, look at that. Look at this aggro. We're gonna have to use cons for the last bit of this. Jeez, this is a hard group. I mean, we're at the end already, Luigi. Otherwise, I would say yes, but I think this will be doable. I wonder what the upkeep... Oh, you just said that. Pretty hard when I did this with a team of 7 last... Man, yeah, I didn't realize it was this hard. I wonder what... Oh, I keep reading it. That my Twitch stream keeps resetting and it looks like I get a new message. But yeah, Guilders 2 upkeep must be higher than Guilders 1 by a large margin. But feels very similar. Did this drop? All right. Oh, look at Carlotta and Shadow. And Shadow are going to keep resurrecting, and they're going to pull them. Back. Oh my gosh. We got this. Yeah, first time I did this last cycle, it took me 3 groups to finally get it. This last time took 2 groups since the first group and a half. Had half of them RQ. What's RQ? Another thought I'm curious on is what is the price point for Guilders 3 would be? Will it, with it looking visually like a high-end game, I'm interested in the cost because even if I enjoy it, if it's too high of a price point, I might not end up buying it. I have to stay within, but yeah, it's a good point. Hopefully it's not like an $80 game. But I'm guessing it'll probably be the normal cost of new games. Which I brand new games anymore. I almost always buy games on sale. Because of people like me who only buy games on sale, maybe that's why they overprice games these days. Oh, we got this. I've got almost 1,000 HP. Insane. To be honest, I kind of just like how regular Guilders 2 expansions don't give you any extra character slots unless you buy very costly deluxe edition. On Guilders 1, you get 8 Reforge. And part of the reason why I bought the Steam version was for more character slots on the cheap and extra storage. Buying them separately from a main account would have costed way too much. I for some reason thought Guild Wars 2 expansions do come with character slots. At least some of them do. Not all of them. I think Heart of Thorns and Path of Fire come with them, right? Might be wrong about that. That's been a trend though. Most consumers buy 1 or 2 games a year and most buy at discounted prices. Yeah, I hardly ever play new games. I almost always buy games when they're on sale, with exception. So as an example, Battlefield 6, I played the beta weekend for about 4 to 6 hours, and I really enjoyed it and thought it was good. Was it $70 worth of good? Absolutely not, which is why I chose not to buy it. $70 is crazy. Let me try to aggro these guys. Oh, that's one group. That's one freaking group. Oh my gosh. Well, let's try and ball them up at least. Oh, I'm stuck. I'm stuck on the ridge. It. Ah, stupid pathing. There we go. Oh, they rezzed you. Nice. I was about to use a scroll on you. Freaking Grint's balance. When they're hitting me for 375 health for it. You need the deluxe. Oh, so it... That's crazy. Yeah, they should come with at least one character slot. Money for me, but not for thee, who buy my games. I mean, I guess the cost of making games has gone up for big companies. But it just sounds like those big companies are bloated because you see small companies put together amazing games with small small personnel. But they're all taking big risks. Like the small companies, they'll overwork themselves out of a passion project in order to get a game made as they want. And big companies with employees with benefits, you know, they're going to be working in accordance with their lifestyle. Devasa, so funny. Oh, did we finish? We finished it. Good job, Ofufutos. Whoops. No deaths, first try, no wipes. Didn't know what hit him. Amazing. If I were to do this again, would I use a different build? Probably. But it was very tanky. I died probably the least because I have the highest armor. That's every company's MO. Find something that works and then stretch it as far as possible. I can realistically see a scenario where I play Guild Wars 3 beta and enjoy it, but the price being too high for me to willingly invest in it. I can just go back to OSRS or Guild Wars 1 or any of the games I already have and enjoy it instead, and wait for a sale in 2 to 3 years. I'm not falling for FOMO, need to catch up mentality anymore. Exactly. That's a good. That's a healthy way to think about it, Zar. You're not gonna miss anything by not playing it at launch or even not playing it at beta. My cap for a game purchases is $50, including tax. Heck, I don't even pay $50 for games anymore, with exception. Very rarely I will. Sale is where it's at. Did I resign? Yeah, we can resign if you're ready. I will say there's a unique social experience to be found at the launch of the game. Yeah. I mean, everyone discovering it for the first time together. It can only happen once. But as long as you avoid videos and stuff, you can still kind of capture it for yourself later on. I have a job, yet I basically almost never pay more than £15 for any given game. I have no problems waiting it out until they're 90% off. Pretty much 400 games on my Steam backlog, so I'm not running out of things to do, and I really don't care about newness hype. There you go, Churdo. When you have a lot of friends that play that game, it could be great for them to all come together. Absolutely. Oh, the social aspect with your friends. Yeah, that's another story. It could definitely feel like you're missing out if all of your friends are jumping into a game and then you're the only one that doesn't. You're going to do another run to Verada? Oh my gosh. The last game I bought at launch was actually Arc Raiders, which at the $40 price point and how much fun that game was at launch was definitely worth the 90 plus hours I played. Woo! That game was on my wish list, but even with the like 10% sale it went on, I didn't feel like I would play it enough to get it, but I think I would have fun on it. I love watching clips from that game. The clips are so fun. But I hardly have time to play games these days. Like Guild Wars is the only game I really have time to play. I want to play Valheim whenever it comes out to 1.0. That's a very time-consuming game. Hey, here does Zabasa. He's so excited for Guild Wars 3. I feel you. I never touch 10 to 20% discounts. Just simply not enough to make any meaningful. Exactly. I still hop on every now and then when there's an update for a couple runs, it's still good. Just not the type of good to be my main game. I love Guild Wars 3. The best. It's too good. All right. Well, this was a fun chat, guys. Whoa. Hey, 240 followers. Sound alert. Watch your headphones. Thanks for joining, Ofafutas. Couldn't have done it without you. 240 followers. Is that what that said? Crazy. We're growing on Twitch, people. We're getting there. 240. I don't know. Twitch is such a hard platform to get people on. But it's live and a lot of people are sleeping, I guess, so. I've been alerted. No, I couldn't have done it without you, Fufutos. You carried hard. Oh man, there's a group. There's a group that's doing Underworld, not Speed Clear. I've never seen that. We need to do that. We need to do an Underworld hard mode casual run, no Speed Clear someday. I haven't done that yet. And I wouldn't mind doing a Fissure of Woe at some point. Fissure of Woe hard mode was fun. You'd be down for that, Angry Caboose? Yeah, let's do it. Not now, because I'm about to go to bed, but we should do it. Underworld, Fissure of Woe. Man, they need to make another. They need to make another elite dungeon like those. I really hope they do. That's what a lot of the hardcore Guild Wars vets really want. They want elite content. Not just any dungeon. You know what's funny? The Guild Wars 3 announcement didn't hype me as much as the announcement that Telltale Games is back and the Wolf Among Us 2 is actually happening. The Wolf Among Us. I don't know the Wolf Among Us 1. Let me look up that game. Yeah, I've never heard of this game either. Oh man, I haven't played G-Dub in years. They made a remake. Not a remake. It's more like a re-optimization. Basically, they added some new features and they're adding new content regularly. And so it's called Reforged. They added some new heroes, like they added Ghost of Althea. You can get her as a hero now. They added new dungeons. I jumped out of my seat when I realized what it was. They had planned to release 2 dungeons like Underworld and Future of Woe, but they forgot. But they got diverted into Tomb of Primeval Kings. That's too bad. And Tomb of Primeval Kings would be a fine dungeon, but the rewards are just garbage. The Tomb of Primeval Kings rewards are just not really worth it. It was fun though. I had fun playing through it. We did it a couple months ago. Does the Reforged have all the old content? Yes. It has all the old content. It just has some new content and some new features. They added some badges, like they added a hardcore mode. They add a Doom's Covenant is a hardcore mode where you can, as long as you have no deaths. Whoops. I need to play my Paragon some more. How close am I to Survivor? I'm almost. Not almost. I need to double my experience gained. And then I can get Indomitable Survivor 3. They made a free upgrade. If you only had one campaign, they gave all of them, plus added quality of life stuff to the game settings. Visually, I don't notice much of a difference, but I like how the game looks. Exactly. Guild Wars 1 is freaking awesome. What's up, Jammer? If you ask me, it was really a sweet thing of them to offer it for free for previous owners. After that, I didn't feel too bad for buying the game again on Steam since that was such a good idea for them. If they had announced Reforged and they said like, hey, we're adding some new content like dungeons and heroes and badges, and then they asked people to pay $20 to get it, people would have felt so betrayed. And then after they made it for free, a lot of people started buying stuff on the in-game store. So I bet they ended up making a lot more money that way than they would have if they charged $20 for it. I remember farming something in this area. You're in now. Yeah, there was. You probably farmed celestial weapons here. Absolutely. In fairness, though, $20 for Reforged is one of the best bang for buck deals in gaming, and now it's 40% off. Oh, is it still 40% off for the Guild Wars 2 event, summer event? I finally bought things on the in-game store. I was sad when I saw they had a sale for that stuff a week later. I checked today. The in-game store didn't look like it was on sale. Nothing was on sale. Guild Wars 1 store. Let me check. Oh my goodness. I paid full price for a storage pane yesterday. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's $1 or so extra. Oh, the bonus mission pack is on sale. I should get that for... I don't have bonus mission pack on this account. $12 on Steam. That's a freaking great deal. $12 for 1,000 hours worth of the game is insane. I have 2 alternate accounts, and I don't really play them at all. I only play this one. It's $12 right now, Ofufutos. Oh, you mean the storage pane? The storage pane is $2.40. So I need to start organizing my storage. I have a blank pane that I can start spreading stuff out in. One of these days, I'll organize my storage. When that will be, I have no idea. Oh, I can't even use this. This is on my Mellinger's Accord account. I can look at it because of Guild Wars Toolbox, but I can't access it. Yep, everything's on sale. And if you get the bundle, it's like £17. It includes Reforged, Eye of the North, and the bonus mission pack. Great deal. Personally, I think Eye of the North should be included. Because it's an essential... Even though it's not a full expansion, it's a DLC. I think it's an essential DLC. I have pretty close to total 3,000 hours. On this account, I have 1,600 hours, and on my old account, I have like 1,300 hours or something like that. So that's pretty close to 3,000. Eye of the North. Yeah, I auto translate everything to dollars. Eye of the North. It's like the most American thing. Eye of the North is probably more important than the other 2 camps. More important? No, I would say Nightfall. Prophecy. I would say Nightfall is the most important. Prophecies and Nightfall. You could argue Eye of the North is more important than Factions. But sorry. What am I saying? No, Factions is also important because you get Winds of Change. Although a lot of people don't even do Winds of Change. Oh, I guess Eye of the North could be more important if you're considering the PvE only skills. Yeah, you get a ton of PvE only skills for Eye of the North. Usually the euro price is the same as dollar price, which makes it easy to discuss pricing, like apparently it's $12 and also 12 years. Exactly. Yeah, why is the chest level 24? What the heck? It's hilarious how many international channels willingly say prices in dollars because they have a decently global audience, though. Yeah, I mean, it's easier for international countries to translate their currency to the US dollar than some other currency. But because of the European Union, I mean, because of, like, the euro, I would imagine there's way more countries knowing the value of euro than dollar, right? That is kind of weird, Luigi. Prophecies, Factions, Eye of the North, and Nightfall. Really? You put Eye of the North over Nightfall in terms of importance? Always better to grab an extra account with many storage panes rather than one. I don't know. I don't like muling between accounts, even though it's easy because of Guild Wars Launcher. I like having everything on one account. I don't do a lot of muling between my other accounts. I should though. Because I like hoarding. What is my favorite to main? Sorry, Mesmer became my favorite class recently. Not recently, but over the last 2 years. The character you saw me playing a second ago. I've done everything in the game on this character. He's not a Guam yet, but he's pretty much, it's a matter of time. I'm not really pursuing it too hardcore right now. I'm just playing through content and dailies naturally, and then I'll eventually... I'm just kind of chipping away at the progress. You were a dervish dagger spammer? Dervish is my least favorite class, actually. It's gonna make Jazeel crazy to hear me say that, though. But it's a great thing that the currency conversion is so close to being the same. Apparently $1 is 87 euro, 0.87 euros. But effectively, usually the prices are identical, most likely because of taxation stuff that's already added into the equation. Oh yeah, if you have to add the tax on top of it, then yeah, it's gonna be about the same. I had started with Warrior, but definitely found that I like the Dervish the best. I mean, Dervish is better than Warrior in every way possible. Warrior needs a buff. Well, at least if euro and dollar are the same, Europeans will know that, but Americans won't, so you make more people understand immediately by saying dollar. Rude? Did I say something rude, Luigi? I'm sorry. What did I say? Oh, about the dervish? Yeah, sorry. I just don't like dervish. It's not... I like the numbers that pop up, the damage numbers that pop up, but it's just... It doesn't feel fun to play. I like being big scythe-wielding, Sith-looking guy who can nuke groups of enemies. Yeah, the damage numbers are fun, but I wish Warrior could get some love, because Warrior looks so cool. Dervish has the best outfits and cool animations? No way. Dervish armor is the worst. Maybe slightly better than Mesmer armor. I started it when I was young and thought Scythe was cool and ended up with a broken class. Yeah, Dervish is absolutely broken. Overpowered in every way. I have no idea what Canadian Australian dollars are worth. Same here. Australian is usually... They're usually... worth a little bit less than US dollar, right? I remember looking at books and being really confused by... I would look at the back of a book in the library, and then you could see the price in USD and Canadian dollars, and it was really hard to wrap my head around it when I was young. Wait. The book has two prices? Canadian dollars are different than American dollars? What? But it's called dollars? How is it different? It was so hard to wrap my head around. I was 28 years old at the time. You could 5v1 the whole enemy team. Exactly. Dervish can just solo the whole game. Before we had Euro, it was a complete mess in Europe, if you ask me, since every country had its own currency. Yeah, and then still some countries use both. Like when I visited Turkey, they have the lira and the euro. And so you had to really try to figure out which price was which. And then, you know, I have to translate in dollars so I actually understand the value. And it was like, it was really tough. It was like, what currency do I spend? Is this overpriced? Is it underpriced? I could see me getting a second account if I did more pre-searing content. Yeah, how dare Canada steal our word when they have the perfectly fine currency names, loonies and toonies. Now only a few countries don't have it. Ouch. Having two different currencies sounds pretty effed up. Yeah, exactly. Turkey also has dollars. Basically can accept anything. And like, I think you're right. Yeah, I think I remember there were some places that accepted dollars. Right. I mean, even North Korea has US dollars. Because their money is worthless. So they trade in US dollars with each other. 3 different currencies in one country? That's crazy. I mean, 25% of the world pegs their currency to the US dollar. US dollar is the reserve currency, so always going to be at the forefront of pricing metrics. Hey, get your geopolitical economy knowledge out of here, Jam. No, I'm kidding. Some stores in Japan also accept USD on their card readers so that they can slightly overcharge you. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't remember paying USD in Japan. They do not accept any US dollars in Korea, and except maybe if you live near the military base. I think if you're near a military base, you could probably get away with spending US dollars, but yeah. All right, guys. It's fun chatting with you all, but it is past my bedtime. This was fun. Talked a lot about Guild Wars 3. If you missed the discussion, mostly at the in the first hour of today's stream, we had some really good opinions about Guild Wars 3. So if you want to go back, about 2 hours ago, there were some interesting hot takes that I will probably try and cut up and make some shorts out of because some people had some really good experience. You've been on all night? Well, it's midnight here. Twelve 12:06 a.m. Thank you for streaming, Uber. Thank you, Angry Caboose. Thanks for hanging out here. Figure in US with the server and language. Yeah, I'm in South Korea. South Korea, so it's late over here. I think it's UTC +9, isn't it? Yeah, UTC +9. Have a good night, Cherto. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, I play a lot of Guild Wars content, so you can find me on YouTube or Twitch or Kick. Playing a little bit of Guild Wars 2 occasionally, and then very occasionally I do some variety of games that chat recommends and such. But mostly Guild Wars 1. You can see me playing this a lot. So anyway, I'll catch you guys later. This was a great stream. Love chatting with you all. Bye.